I'm yelling at her, which is pointless. She doesn't know what I'm saying. But I'm yelling at her. I'm so mad that I can't open that cage right now. I really can't. I can't let her out because I have no idea what I'm going to do. Personally, I mean, my body wants to beat the bejesus out of this dog, man, right now. So she's staying in there until I'm calm enough to let her out. Anyway, so the whole time I'm hearing God, or what I imitate God's voice as in my head, saying, I walk you 4 times a day. I feed you. I give you food, shelter, water. I walk you. I clean up after you. I give you a shower. I give you everything you need to survive, and you still poop in my house. And that is exactly what we do to God. We take every good thing that He gives us. We chew it up, spit it out. We poop on it. Because we're about as stupid as a dog. Do you understand that? We are as stupid as a dog. I was only at work for like 6 hours, man. And she's waited before, but this was a definite temper tantrum. She threw a temper tantrum. And, that's not okay. But I'm not God. I don't have the capacity to deal with this nonsense. Work was a straight nightmare. It ain't the work. The work is fine, okay? But it's the people. It's the attitudes. Like, I'm the prep guy. So they called me up. They're like, can you come in early? They got slammed. And so I go in, and I get this list. I don't even know what happened to the list. Personally, she said, I don't know, she said, here's a list, and put it down. I never saw it. Never. And even when I swept up the kitchen and cleaned, it was gone. Stickers that I print out, people throw them in the trash because they think it's funny. I don't know. But they're, I printed them out ahead of time so I know exactly what I have to do, and then they go in the garbage or something, because that's what happened to the note. So there's a person, one in particular person, that I'm pretty sure, I'm not going to speculate, but every time this person walks by me, they got something to say out the side of their mouth. Some nonsense, some garbage. I don't know, you don't know who I am. You don't know me from Adam. And if your husband is who I think he is, he can come see me. He can come see me. Because your husband, if it is who I'm thinking it is, hits on every little girl there. Do you understand me? Okay, that's not my fault. That I got 15-year-old girls calling me, telling me that he called them in early to try to have sex with her. That's what she said to me. Okay, and I said to her, why are you calling me? I was upset about it, but she was crying, and she said, because you're like my father to me. That's what she said to me. That's not my fault. That's your husband's fault. I didn't do that. He did that. Do you understand me? So, all the stuff the other day, this is what she did. This is what she did. Okay, let me show you. When I went to put some pans in the sink, put the pans in the sink, and I walked past her, she went, like that. I mean, really? Seriously? You do not know me. You better Google me. But there was an eyewitness to that. That's what she did. So, plus, you know what? I with my own 2 ears heard two very high people that work there. Say one day I got done really early and I was leaving early. I was like, don't be hating, I'm out of here. And they thought because it was so early that I was just like walking out and quitting. But I was done ahead of time, so I was leaving. And then I heard them say, she said, "Oh, I thought you were walking out." I was like, "No." And then when I walked by, I heard them say, "I wouldn't care," and or no, that's not what they said. They used an expletive. I said, I don't need that, man. The job is physically tearing me to shreds, and then the emotional side of it. They yelled at me for having an attitude. I got yelled at for going into walk-in and saying the F word a few times by myself, no one in there. So someone had to be at the door listening, because you can't hear nothing with the walk-in door open. You can't hear nobody talking to you through that plastic. So someone had to be following me or listening to me or something to hear me say the F word. I don't even remember it, but yeah, it was a tray of ice water went down. Like when you pull the tray out, the stuff will slide forward and the tray will slap down, and then there's ice water on there and it goes down your apron. It's quite upsetting, but that's not the problem. The problem is that I heard these individuals say the F word 72 times since then. You know, and the other day it was like 15 times in a row, man. The one person said it. So I can hear. I got tinnitus, but I heard what you said when I walked by you. And then the other person said it too. I heard it. So it's like literally, it's like the rest of the kitchen against the back kitchen. And then it's catering against me. Like, you know, it's not a good work environment at all. It's horrible. And everything is the other day, the pans are stacked in there so haphazardly that I wasn't even near these pans. And about 5 of them come out and busted me in the head. It felt like I got hit in the head with a friggin' bowling ball. And then I come home. I come home immediately every night. The first thing I do is walk her. I get her outside, bring her back in, give her some water and food, wait a little while, about an hour or so, and about midnight every night, 1 o'clock in the morning, sometime around there, we're walking out until she goes to the bathroom, and then we come back in and we go to bed. Not tonight. She already pooped in here, so. But then I get a message. It says that, well, a minor person that I know has stopped doing her schoolwork, and it's all my fault, because what am I whispering behind their back and all this other stuff? I don't need this garbage. I personally, every single day, I plead with the Elohim Tzvot, the one true God, to end this life and let my soul out of this dead coffin of flesh. Because that's what this is. This is a container for my soul. I want out of it. Don't ever say either, though, that you never asked to be born, because you don't know. You have no idea. We don't know what happened before creation. We can only guess. My guess is that we were with God in the beginning, like the Word says. That we were created through His Son, Jesus Christ, like the Word says. That our spirits were with God, and we might have seen what He was doing, and in curiosity been like, "What are you doing, Father?" And He says, "Well, I'm gonna do something new, and I'm going to change a few things. And I'm looking for some people to fill those positions that are about to open up." So This is going to be a blip, but I need volunteers. So don't say that you didn't ask to be born, okay? Because you have no idea. You may have been jumping up and down, arm raised, send me, send me, send me, like Isaiah said, out of his boasting and boldness that was severely misplaced. But you don't know. But that's what God said to me today. That I walk you, I feed you, I take care of you, I give you everything you can rely on me completely, and then you come in the house, and as soon as I turn my back, you take a dump on my floor. Yup. It was the same thing when I get the call. Well, I called home, and wifey number one says, I don't know about us. I knew immediately. I said, it's Steve, ain't it? I knew it immediately. My soul told me, or the enemy told me, but something told me. But I went in my cell, and I broke down, and I cried. And I cried for so long, they were about to send me to medical. I was laying on my floor in a pool. And that's no exaggeration. I cried a river. And the first words out of my mouth were going to be, there is no God. But that's not true. There absolutely, positively is the Elohim Tzvot, the Creator. But he said to me, do you know that you feel like that right now? Do you feel that pain in your gut, your soul weeping and mourning? I feel that 1 trillion times a day. We do that to God every time we sin. We cause that pain in his heart. But this here, she stays in there right now because I have to gain control of myself. Because it's just too much. It's too much. One minute she's doing her schoolwork. She's a couple days behind. Now I'm hearing that she's weeks behind. And that's bad. Bad news. It ain't good. Honey, if you watch this, you gotta do your schoolwork. I wish that someone would send me some comments about Abraxas. And I gotta get off. It smells like dog crap in here, and I gotta clean it. I gotta scrub. I just got done scrubbing, man. Yesterday I went in. I scrubbed. I mean, not just scrubbed, but sanitized the walk-in, behind the heater, behind the walls, behind the bain-marie, you know. And then the next day they shit on your floor, plain and simple. I walked into no, I mean, granted, but they asked me for 150 roast turkeys. That takes about 2 hours of standing there in agony. I'm not exaggerating. There's no other way to put it. It's agony. It's complete and utter agony. But I don't have a choice. There's nothing else I can do but put that turkey in them bags. And then I got someone yelling at me about some cabbage, apple cabbage that this is only the second time I've ever made it because it's someone else's job. So they're yelling at me. I literally have this list of things they want right away. And then I get that. And the attitudes. The other day it was something about black. I mean, I had 5 things going when they asked me for that the other day. And I said, look, as soon as I clear this off, as soon as I'm done with this, I will get it. It's frozen anyway. It's not thawed. So then she sends back the other 2 workers on the line. And they ask me for the same thing. And I tell them the same exact thing. I can only do it when I can get to it. Then they go to the manager and ask the manager to tell me to make it. I mean, somebody please kill me. Please. I have a kidney for donation. I have stem cells that I'm donating. Will one of the good folk that I know take me down to Philadelphia so that I can go to the office visit to complete the process? Will anybody that I know sacrifice some of their time so that we can save someone's life? Hell no. It's too far out of the way. It's too much of an inconvenience. So now someone is going to die because they can't get this kidney. I'm approved. It's all cleared. They just got to do, the few things, the test. They do the mental stuff and talk to you, and they do an office visit, and they got to make sure that you can do the follow-ups. I can't do it because I don't have a car. So someone dies because I can't get there. Ain't that ridiculous?